Today on the channel, we're going to learn how to play the intro to Mean Street by Van Halen. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to learn how to play Mean Street by Van Halen. We're going to focus on the intro to the song. I'm going to basically show you the best way that I know how to play this song. I play it live quite a bit, and over the years I've developed this technique that I think sounds really close. First and foremost, trying to play like Eddie Van Halen is much like trying to replicate the same shape of a snowflake, right? Every snowflake is individualized and its own little thing, right? And very unique. So it's pointless to try to replicate him exactly, but it's really fun to try to get close and get inside Eddie's mind to see what really made these licks come together and how to play them. Basically, the technique is cool. So let me break this down for you. Now the whole part of this lick is to get this thing to feel right, to get it to sound. The feel of Van Halen is sometimes much more important than the actual precise technique or the notes. Both are very, very critical, but I would say Eddie was 90% feel and 10% technique, and that technique was tremendous. Don't get me wrong, but it was Eddie's feel and the way that he approached the notes, and he was ferocious, the way that he went into things. He was fearless and ferocious. So over time, learn how to do stuff like this, and it will come to you. It's just repetition and practice, but focus on the feel. Having said that, hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate it with enough feel and passion that it will help you out. So let's take a look at this lesson. First of all, I got to put on my readers because I have to really focus on what I'm doing here. So, all right, I'm going to demonstrate this lick for you. Hopefully I'll get it right. I'm going to demonstrate what we're going to learn today, then I'll break it down step by step, okay? So here we go. All right, so close enough. There you go. That's the intro. So we're going to focus on this crazy tapping intro. Now, there's two patterns to this thing that you've got to get under your belt. So the first one is like this, and it sounds like. Now, what that is I'm taking my pointer finger and I'm going to hit the 12th fret, the B and the E string, like this. Okay. And I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to hit the 12th fret on the low E, like this. So you got to get that part down. Don't worry about the rhythm right now. You got to just get this. You got to get this right hand doing this, tapping the top E and B, thumb on the low E. Now the first rhythm goes like that. So it goes. Then the second time he goes, so together, it's like a street beat. I have a lesson on this song from many months ago, and I talk about this, and it's like a street beat. A street beat is when you're playing snare drum and you're in a marching band and you do this rhythm that the rest of the band marches to, and you memorize that street beat and everybody marches to it. So you got to think about this like a street beat. It's very rhythmic. Not so much the technique, but it's the rhythm. You got to get that down. Once you get that down, you're halfway there to the beginning. Slowly. Now what he's doing in between that, between each, he's going like this. All right, it sounds kind of weird, but that's what he's doing. So slowly, we're going. So this is in between. So sped up, it sounds like. I'm holding my thumb on the back of the neck like this, okay? So I've got my thumb anchoring my hand on the back of the neck. So I'm just not pounding on the neck. I'm gripping on the neck lightly, and I'm just hitting these strings. It's more about the percussion, and I'm going to be hitting it right here on the 5th fret. I'm not fretting the notes. I'm just hitting it to get that percussion. And the reason I'm going to hold it down here near the 5th fret is because the next riff requires us to hit the low E, A, and D strings on the 5th fret. So we want this hand in position so we're ready to execute the next lick. So the beginning. Okay, and then this next part, I'm going to break this down slowly. I'll play it up to speed, kind of, and then I'll break it down. So slowly what I'm doing, I'm going to be on the 12th fret, I'm going to be on the 5th fret. I'm going to be doing this with my middle finger. All right, so we're going to go. And we got the open strings. We got open strings. We got an open E. So when I hit that 12th fret, we're going 12th fret, letting go, and we're going to hammer on. So slow motion, that's what that sounds like. It goes. So practice going between E, A, D, like. Okay, if you can get that down, we're almost there. So if you notice, I'm just doing this. All right, and it's kind of like when we're going. Kind of like that, but we're going very similar. This hand goes, and we've got an open string in between them. Like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go. The second time he goes on this, when he goes on this A string, he hits it twice. So we're going. So the first thing I taught you was to go like this, but now we're not going to do that rhythm. The rhythm actually is, it's going to be then twice, like that, and once on the D string. We're going to ride back down the A string and then go. Hit that low E 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So it goes. Slower. A little faster. Eddie doesn't play this crazy fast on the record. If you see him do it live, he's like in hyperspace. So when you watch him do it live, he's so fast because he's played it so many thousands of times. He's just got this down. I mean, it's part of his genetic DNA. He just can do this naturally in his sleep. I mean, he came up with it, right? us mortals have to try to figure out, what are you doing? How do you do that technique? And how do I get it to sound like you? And that's pretty near impossible. So slowly. The second time he goes up, this is really weird. So he goes, so when I get up to this D string, it does like a little variation. It goes, pull off, pull off. I'm trying to explain this. 5th fret, pull off. 9th fret, pull off. 7th fret, and we hold it. So up to speed. Does that make sense? I hope so. Wish you were here in person. I could be like, no, do it like this. And if you knew how to do it better, you'd be like, no, Marty, do it like this. All right, so what he's doing on this this harmonic thing, so when we go up, with this note on the 7th fret, we're going to tap on the 14th and then the 16th. We're going to tap kind of over the fret wire on the 14th and 16th. So once again, and we repeat the beginning, and we do the second thing again. Then the last time he goes, so I'm going 14, 16, 12. So what I did there was I went 5 to 7 on this A string, and then I went 12, 14, 16, 14, 12. So slowly, if this is making sense. Shoot. So basically what we're doing is we're staying on the 7th fret on the D string, and we're going to be on the 7th fret on the A string. If you play around with the 12, 14, 16, and 17th, you can get all kinds of cool harmonics, like, and he goes from this D up to the E. So the 5 to the 7. I'm going to do this one more time because it's really hard to do this slow. If you're doing it very slow, it's easier faster when you learn it. So all right, something like that. I hope this is making sense. You got to just get it up to speed. Now this last part, he goes. Something like that. So what we're doing is we're going On this, on the left hand, we're on the 5th, 7th, 5th, and then 4. All right, so the 5th and 7th on the G and the B string. So basically, it's a C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, B. So, and then if you tap the harmonics up here on the 17th and the 19th, I'm going every other one. I'm going. And then go down to the 16th fret. And we're down here on the 4th. So hope that makes sense. All right, so then we're going to be in A. So you got to have your pick handy, you know, hidden in your hand or on the mic stand. So what I'm doing there is I'm on the G and the D string on the 5th fret. And I'm going to be on the 7th fret on the A and the D. And I got the A and the D on the 5th fret in between. Then open D and G. I take my fingers like this and I hold the high E and B and the E and the A string, just so I can get this. I can rake all the strings and just get that open chord to sound so nasty. And we're palm muting. All right, so there's Mean Street for you. So I'm going to go through this one last time, slowly from the beginning, and then we'll end the lesson. So we start with that street beat. All right, so there you go, Mean Street. I hope this lesson was informative, it made sense, and hopefully I didn't play it too sloppy to basically disinterest anybody here on the channel. I appreciate your support. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.